EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for March 13th, 2025. It is Thursday. The Thursday video forecast is proudly sponsored by Kleckner & Sons Appliances. Family-owned and operated, Kleckner & Sons have been serving the greater Lehigh Valley region since 1945. Kleckner & Sons are here to serve your appliance needs at two convenient locations in the Lehigh Valley. 2177 MacArthur Road in Whitehall and 575 Chestnut Street in Emmaus. The leader in sales and service prides itself on providing outstanding, continuous customer service from the moment the customer steps through the door. Kleckner's provides a wide range of name brand appliances and parts to target all of your appliance needs. They also offer professional delivery and installation options as well as repair services performed by in-house qualified technicians. From kitchen renovations to small specialty appliances to a new laundry pair, Kleckner's has you covered. For more information or inquiries, please contact one of their showroom locations or check out their website at klecknerandsons.com, or you can give them a call at the phone number above me here in the video, 610-433-4202. Experience the small business difference for yourself. Shop at Kleckner & Sons Appliances. Proud sponsor of the Thursday video forecast. So today we're going to have another cooler-ish day, but still technically slightly above average for this time of year. Not too dissimilar in temperatures from what we saw yesterday. Today we're going to have an upper level system off to our south, and I'm in the wrong color here. Give me a second. I go on these Zoom calls sometimes with clients, and I change colors to illustrate certain things. And I sometimes forget to change it back, so that's what we did here. So just getting to this now, the upper level disturbance is sitting down here across the south, and because of that, there's a stream of clouds that's going to head up in this direction toward the Delmarva, and that's going to be it. No precipitation with this at all, but there is going to be clouds that is going to be prevalent over our southeastern areas today. There's always going to be a question about how far the extent of clouds go, but I do think if you're in the northern areas, unlike yesterday, which is the opposite of yesterday, you're going to see more clouds further south. So there's this morning. This is a visible satellite simulation from the NAM, and it's expecting far southern Pennsylvania. We get to about I-78 and point south in both Pennsylvania and New Jersey. You get these clouds kind of hanging around here all day, and this is generally the area where the clouds are going to be affecting, right in here. And if you get north of that line, it's a pretty nice day today. Further south, the further south you go, the more clouds you're going to be contending with, and this is going to bode well. This is going to be important for what's expected to go on tonight, which is a celestial event. Many of you have been asking about this event in particular, and this is the blood moon, and it's called such because we have a complete and total lunar eclipse that is expected to take place. I think it starts right before midnight as far as the penumbral start of the eclipse, which is just where it dims and fades a little bit. But the actual eclipse doesn't start, I believe, until about 1:30 in the morning, but you're going to have a totality between generally 2:30 and 3:30 in the morning. And during that time, since we have a full lunar eclipse, if you're able to see this tonight, it is going to look like this, or something similar to that. It is a blood moon, and it's called that because of this reddish color. It doesn't go into total darkness, and instead gives off this red appearance like this, and that's why it's called the blood moon. So you might see an image like this tonight or something similar if you are up and you're able to see it during that time. It's just a question of whether or not the weather's going to cooperate with this. And that's still a little bit of question. Now, I do think there's going to be more of an easterly component to the wind today, so you're going to have a little bit of a marine flow, and that's going to stick with us overnight tonight. And generally the same areas that have these clouds during the day, if we get to the overnight point, let's get to 2 a.m. or actually go to 3 a.m. That's right in the middle of this eclipse, and this is where the cloud cover is expected to be. If you're across northeast PA, you're good. Even up here, there's a mixture, kind of partly cloudy up in these areas. You'll be able to see it up there, but these same general areas, you get south of there, and it's probably going to be difficult to see anything. Northwest there, it's fine. So if you live anywhere northwest of that line I drew, you should be able to see the eclipse tonight, at least in part. Okay, so not a total loss for our region for that celestial event overnight tonight, okay? Then when we get past this, there are going to be some at late night, there's going to be some areas of fog, patchy fog, that's going to go into Friday morning, and then we just have clouds giving way to sun here on Friday. Temperatures are going to come up a little bit, so you see temperatures today 49 to 56 on the cooler side, pretty close to average, actually, and then when we get to maybe very slightly above, and then we get to Friday, we're looking at 54 to 58 as the temperature spread across the region. So we're nudging up a little bit in those temperatures. That's going to nudge up. It's going to continue as we go into Saturday. There's a warm front that's going to be in the vicinity on Friday So we're looking at overnight, Friday night into Saturday morning, that warm front's going to move northward and be dragged northward by this system that's approaching. Okay. So that warm front moves through Saturday morning. We're going to stay mainly cloudy on Saturday, maybe just a stray shower in a few spots, but I'm not really liking the shower chances here so much here on Saturday, other than a 20% chance of just a brief light stray shower somewhere, and that's it. Our main event is going to come in here on Sunday, and the timing is still in question with this. And I told you in the last couple of videos we're going to work on timing throughout the week. We're still not there yet. Today's Thursday. We should start getting the short-range models in range starting today, so we'll be able to look at that and see what they're predicting. But right now, the models are really they are going two different directions with how this plays out. So the GFS is a little bit faster with it. So the domestic models are looking like it's coming in a little bit faster, which could add to a severe weather threat for our area. And the Storm Prediction Center does, in fact, has maintained that yesterday. Actually expanded it a little bit. Here's the SBC outlook, and it brought it up a little bit further north from the day 6 outlook I showed you yesterday. This is the day 5 outlook, and it brought it all the way up to northeast PA. Now, most of our region is covered within this, which would be a slight risk for severe weather. And this would be just strictly straight line winds, and that's it. There's no other severe parameters that we need to be concerned about. So no tornadoes, no hail, none of that stuff. This will be a wind threat, and it looks like it's going to be low-topped convection. And that means there's not a lot of lightning with it. It's just a thin line that moves through, and once it does, you get some gusty winds with that line, and then it pushes through, and that's it. So it's not really a severe day in a traditional sense is what it's not looking like at the moment. There is a line here on the GFS that you can see moving through during the course of the afternoon on Sunday. This is looking at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and there's 5, and that line is this is a simulated radar from the GFS, which is lower resolution, so it's not going to look that great. But once you get past that, get to the evening, this ends pretty quickly, and then Monday's fine. There's no issues on Monday. It's just partly cloudy and temperatures lower again. We are going to warm up ahead of this front here on Saturday and Sunday. And it's going to be a warm weekend. Mostly dry for most of it. It's just until you get to like Sunday afternoon and evening we have these lines of showers and thunder showers moving through. And again, they could be gusty depending on whether or not we have a squall line associated with this, which is starting to look like we're going to. When you have the short range models in range, once they are in range, we'll be able to see it a little bit more clearly. But I do think this is going to be one of those low cape, high shear type things, which is the shear is very high or modeled to be very high. Not a lot of instability, though. So this is just one of those shear-driven events. And as this moves through, there's a very strong low-level jet accompanying this as well. So there will be windy conditions ahead of this on Sunday before the front even gets there out of the south. Pretty strong southerly flow and very warm temperatures in the upper 60s to maybe even near 70 in some places. And the opposite side of this front, we're going to do the same thing. This is a wash, rinse, repeat cycle. We're going back to cooler temperatures relative to average. We're actually near average on Monday, kind of low to mid 50s for this time of year, and then we quickly go right back up again on Tuesday into the low 60s with mostly sunny skies and then partly cloudy skies here on Wednesday. We'll have another system come through Thursday of next week, it looks like, but this is going to be another warm day by the time we get to midweek next week with partly cloudy skies expected, making a run at 70 once again. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for March 13th, 2025. Have a great Thursday.